The following is produced by 5 Star Productions USA, which is solely responsible for its editorial content.
Parenting. It's defined as the care, loving, and guidance we give our children. Simple words for a very complex job. Since many moms and dads have different styles of parenting, you have to learn how to work together to raise your children. It's a lifelong lesson that starts with the first diaper change and goes beyond the first date. Today, we'll learn about how to care for your newborn baby and find out how to save time and money with hair cutting and shaving kits. We'll take a look at good pet care and hygiene. For those who like tasty treats but demand nutrition and convenience, there's new food products to choose from. And if your growing family makes growing demands on your car, find out about leasing your next vehicle. Coming up on Parenting in the 90s and Beyond. If you're pregnant, worrying about how to care for your newborn baby can really keep you awake at night, as if you weren't having enough trouble sleeping already. Hi, I'm Kim Alexis, and today we see how some prenatal ABCs can help you get ready for the big day.
They don't come with a set of instructions or manual, and there's no way to know what it's like until you've done it. Taking care of a newborn baby is something every new mother anticipates with joy and a little apprehension.
The first time I bathed him, that was nerve-wracking. But the first time I actually had a nurse helping me, and she kind of went over everything. But when she was gone and I had to do it on my own, then you get a little nervous.
That's why taking the time to learn about caring for your newborn before the baby comes can be so helpful in those challenging days ahead. Some hospitals offer classes in newborn care.
I think it's important for parents to learn about proper diaper care because we want to prevent any infections. We want to make sure that they're checking the number of diapers that the baby has every day. If it's a girl baby, we need to make sure that we clean from front to back. Certainly as far as boys are concerned, we need to be careful when we're changing the diaper. You want to make sure you keep it as clean and dry as possible. You're going to get a big piece of gauze like this with Vaseline spread liberally over it. You want to make sure that it protects from the urine and also protects from sticking to the diaper.
Next, pat dry the diaper area and allow a few minutes of air time without a diaper to help prevent diaper rash. Before diapering, you may also apply a thin layer of petroleum jelly, which will help protect your baby's skin by forming a protective barrier against wetness. One of the most symbolic reminders of your baby's newborn status is its umbilical cord. Eventually, it will fall off, leaving a belly button in its place. Caring for the umbilical cord will help dry up the cord and prevent infection. After diapering your baby, dip Q-tip swabs into rubbing alcohol. Clean around the entire base with the swab. Until the cord falls off and is healed, you shouldn't cover that area with a diaper. Until your baby's umbilical cord falls off and the boy's circumcision is healed, sponging is the way to bathe your newborn. Laying your baby on a large towel, use a cotton ball dipped in warm water to clean her eyes from inner to outer corner. Use a separate ball for each eye. Then use a moist cotton swab to clean each nostril and outer portion of the ear. If your baby has any scaly patches or dryness, you can use Vaseline petroleum jelly on the affected area to soften and restore moisture to the skin. It's the most precious feeling in the world to hold and care for your newborn baby. But with a little preparation, there's nothing to worry about.
These days, there are so many choices for combining nutrition, great taste, and convenience in the foods we prepare and serve. From French fries that are actually low-fat and delicious, to home-baked desserts that come ready to bake right out of the box. Coming up on Parenting in the 90s and Beyond.
An oxymoron is an expression where two contradictory terms are combined. And sometimes that's exactly what the words healthy snack seem like. But with new innovations in snack foods, it seems you can have your cake and your health too.
Never met a French fry you didn't like? Wondering how you can eat your fries and keep your health? How about all those fries that your kids like to eat? Well, before taking a serious bite out of your French fry pleasure, let's take a look at the root of potatoes in our diet.
Mashed, baked, fried, potatoes are a staple in many diets. 99.9% fat-free and nutrient-dense, potatoes go back way beyond fast food chains and food courts.
Almost 8,000 years ago, the Indians cultivated potatoes on the Andean mountains of South America. As a matter of fact, they even measured time in potatoes, defining a unit of time by how long it took for a potato to cook. We call them French fries, but are they really French? Thomas Jefferson seems to be credited with introducing French fries at the White House in the early 1800s. In 1980, the average American ate 25 pounds of French fries, adding up to 6 billion pounds of French fries eaten from coast to coast. Standard cut, crinkle cut, or curly fries, French fries hold a special place in American classic foods. But in recent years, the French fry has come under attack, which is not surprising since a serving of fast food fries can serve up almost 500 calories and 26 grams of fat.
Americans eat terribly. We have a diet that is predominantly made of French fries, Whoppers. There's been much research recently saying that the American diet should probably be less than 20% of fat. Unfortunately, the average American eats above 30%.
How do you take the fry out of French fries? With new innovations in convenience food, we now have the opportunity to combine fun food and good health.
The J.R. Simplot Company, pioneers of the first frozen French fry, have developed Micro Magic Golden Classic French fries. These crinkle-cut fries come with a special microwave crisper tray that helps cook the fries to a tasty golden brown. Through an invisible coating of pectin, a natural substance found in fruits and vegetables, the potato flavor is protected and the absorption of fat is reduced. With only 3 grams of fat per 3-ounce serving, these French fries are the first to be certified by the American Heart Association.
So our forefathers can now rest in peace, knowing that today's generation has protected our rights in keeping the fun in fries without the fat.
If cooking's not your bag, then you may find your answer in a box. Today's prepared dessert mixes let you serve warm, home-baked treats fresh from the oven. So let's take a look at what's cooking in the no-hassle bake department.
There's nothing quite like the sweet smells of baking. Fresh baked cakes, cookies, breads, and rolls are a treat for the whole family. Not only are they a delight to the taste buds, but they provide a sense of warmth, love, and caring.
Today, many busy moms don't have time to bake. Most of the time, we're struggling just to put a balanced meal on the table. But with dual-income families and working moms comes a way you can have your cake and eat it too.
With a little creativity and planning, you can have a kitchen full of warm smells and good tastes. Letting your kids share in the cooking makes it even more fun.
Baking together is a great way to share time and has some educational value as well. While most families don't have time to make breads and cakes from scratch, there is some middle ground that can give your kids the experience of making homemade baked goods.
Cake and other baking mixes are a real help when balancing limited time with quality time. They give you and your children a chance to bake together, but work within the time constraints of a busy family. Dessert mixes can allow you to prepare wonderful home baked goods just by adding water, oil, or eggs.
Children in the kitchen learn self-confidence. They learn skills for independent thinking. They learn about numbers and sequencing. They learn about doing things for other people because it's a matter of helping out. And they learn about being a unit.
Baking teaches many important concepts to kids. For very young children, there is the tactical pleasure of playing with dough or stirring a mix. Most kids really enjoy cooking, whether they're boys or girls. It's an activity like painting or building. There's the immediate gratification of making something that is completed in little over an hour. And with cooking, it's something that tastes great and can be shared. For even more convenience, products such as Betty Crocker Stir and Bake are packaged with a disposable baking pan and frosting. All you or your kids have to do is add water and bake. You can choose from a wide selection of tastes and textures, whether it's coffee cake with cinnamon streusel, devil's food cake with chocolate frosting, carrot cake with cream cheese frosting, or brownies with Hershey mini kisses. It's all in the box, and the portion is sized just right so you can eat it all while it's fresh.
It's a great feeling when you can balance your need to take care of business with your desire to take care of your family's needs. Today's generation of prepared baking mixes lets you provide your family with all the pleasures of homemade baked goods in one little package.
From the first haircut to the first shave, fathers and sons have a special bond. We'll take a look at some cutting and shaving kits that can save you time and money. Ready to get a new car but wondering whether to lease or buy? Some of the facts you need to know coming up on Parenting in the 90s and Beyond.
It didn't seem so long ago that you were amazed by your son's first step. Then Dad took him for his first haircut. Now suddenly he's got hair on his face and talking about shaving. Now there are some great kits to help make the experience a little less hair-raising.
Every day our children grow. Sometimes we look up and they just seem a little bigger or taller. Their clothes seem a little smaller. One part of our kids that grows all the time and can't be ignored is their hair.
Your child's first haircut is always an emotional event. It seems to symbolize the transition from newborn to infant. It's that curl or lock of hair permanently preserved in their baby book.
But after that first haircut come hundreds of others. Once a child reaches 3 or 4, you'll probably be cutting hair once a month. So instead of running to the salon or barbers, why not make haircutting a family affair? Home haircutting offers many advantages. First, it's cost-effective. If you add up the cost of taking your kids for haircuts, it's going to total thousands of dollars over the years. Second, it's a time when families can come closer together. We see this particularly between fathers and sons.
I started cutting my son's hair when he was just a baby, and as he's grown, it's been part of our family tradition, something we look forward to doing together.
An important tool for home cuts is the hair cutting kit. You'll want to look for a hair clipper that's going to be easy to use but provides versatility and styling. Adjustable blade lever clippers and guide combs that make it easy to cut a variety of lengths and styles are essential for a good haircut. In reviewing a number of haircutting kits, Parenting in the 90s looked for a combination of adjustable blade lever clippers, a range of guide combs, scissors, cleaning and dusting brushes, and even instructions. The inclusion of a how-to on haircut styles is also very helpful for parents learning how to cut hair. The parenting team found that the Wall Company, the world's largest manufacturer of electric hair clippers, offers a well-designed, versatile home cut and home pro haircutting kit.
Since you know your children best, you can work with them closely to get the style that they want, especially when your son says he wants to look like Daddy.
And when those sons finally grow to the point where there's hair growing on their face, Dad will be a part of another rite of passage, teaching them how to shave. Finding a shaver like the Wall custom shave system for those growing boys and changing faces is something parents should look for.
So kids grow, it's inevitable. And while that may mean going to the store for new clothes, bigger shoes, and more sports equipment, when it comes to hair, you can take care of that at home. To lease or not to lease? That is the question. How do you really know whether it's better to buy or lease that new car you want? Let's take a look at some of the facts and get rid of some of the myths about leasing.
Well, it's finally time for a new car. Whether it's something bigger for the family or smaller for your own commuting, it's time to get a new set of wheels. But before you even decide whether it's the grand minivan or the new Jeep, You should also decide whether to lease or to buy. These days, leasing a car has some distinct advantages. New regulations in effect make leasing contracts much easier to understand. Regulation M requires clear language in all advertising and leasing contracts to protect you, the consumer. Leasing offers the advantages of lower monthly payments, the chance to drive an upgraded vehicle while freeing yourself from long-term debt. So what does leasing a car actually mean? Leasing allows you to finance only that portion of the vehicle you intend to use.
People are apprehensive about leasing because it's a complicated process. If we can find as manufacturers a way to simplify the process, I think people won't be as concerned about it. They'll feel much more comfortable.
When you lease a car, there are some basic terms you'll need to understand. Guaranteed future value. This is the predetermined value of your vehicle at the beginning of the lease. Your agreement guarantees the value of the leased vehicle at the lease end. Gap protection. This means that if your leased vehicle is totaled or stolen, you are not responsible to pay the gap or difference between the insurance settlement and the financial obligation of your lease agreement. When your lease is up, you have a few options. You can purchase the car at the purchase option price, or you can turn the car in, pay any fees, then lease a new car.
The economic benefits of leasing are you are able to drive a new vehicle more often. Secondly, you basically get to have a vehicle that's probably larger but certainly better equipped for about the same price or even less.
Leasing plans, like those offered by Chrysler Financial Corporation, also allow you to purchase extra miles at discount. And what about the myth of paying for normal wear and tear? Chrysler Financial Corporation's plan covers all minor ding, scratches, and lightly soiled upholstery. So take this little leasing quiz and see if leasing might be your route to better driving. Do you want to avoid reselling or trading in your used vehicle? Are you tired of looking for financing? Would you like to drive a new vehicle every 2 or 3 years? Is it important for you to keep yourself free from long-term financial obligations? If you answered yes to 3 or more of these questions, then leasing might be just the right plan for you. Pets are a wonderful addition to any family, and for those who prefer felines, a new kitten in the house brings hours of cuddles and fun. But making sure your cat stays well groomed and healthy requires some attention. We'll have some tips coming up on Parenting in the 90s and Beyond. Thinking about getting a cat for the family? We all know how adorable kittens are, but beyond cuddles and catnip, it's important to know how to take care of your cat. Let's find out how to keep your kitty purring. They're adorable, a constant source of play and humor. They can keep your children entertained for hours. But unlike toys and games, cats need care and maintenance. So now that you've let the kids talk you into getting them a kitty, chances are you'll be taking the responsibility for the care, feeding, and health of your new family member. So while your kids are perfectly happy to play with their new kitty, there are some basics to learn to keep both your feline and your family happy. First, make sure your cat has the proper shots and vaccinations. This helps to ensure they don't have any disease or illnesses that can affect your children.
When people bring a new kitten into their home, I recommend that they visit a veterinarian as soon as possible to have stool samples run, feline leukemia and FIV tests run, and vaccinated appropriately. Some of the diseases people need to be concerned with that can be communicable to people are ringworm, which is a skin infection, fungal infection, as well as some intestinal parasites.
So here's an interesting cat question. How do you know how old your cat is in human years? Well, unlike dogs, cat aging differs each year. The first year of a cat's life is equal to 15 human years. The second year adds 9 human years, and after that, it's 4 human years for each cat year. So a 21-year-old cat is equal to a 100-year-old human being. And in all those years, you'll probably change the kitty litter box more times than you can remember. Since cats have a reputation for fastidious grooming and good toilet habits, taking care of their litter box is central to cat care.
Cats ordinarily would use their litter boxes unless things have changed, such as changing the litter to a different type of litter, such as urinary tract infections or even intestinal upsets.
There are many brands of litter to choose from these days. The most popular formulas offer clay or clumping litter. Clumping litter is made from clay but contains special clumping properties. Urine is absorbed into clumps for easy scooping, and the rest of the litter stays dry and virtually odor-free. Everfresh with activated charcoal offers both clay and clumping litter, but has added the innovation of odor-absorbing activated charcoal. This eliminates odors without using artificial chemical fragrances. So enjoy your little fur ball and enjoy the advantages of litter boxes that stay ever fresh and smelling clean.
Parenting is a balancing act that begins the day your child is born. And although everyone will not always agree about discipline, dinner time, or dressing, working together you can share the common goal and give your children the best care possible. I'm Kim Alexis. For more information about anything we covered in our show, visit our website at vstar.com and join us next time as we look at new solutions to the complex world of parenting in the 90s and beyond.
This has been a presentation of 5 Star Productions USA, which is solely responsible for its editorial content.